All right, this short video is for those of you who were taking the quiz 1, and missed a couple notes that one day before the same day as quiz 2. So add in your notebooks a couple notes here. So the first one's under 1.3. Transformations is the sort of overall unit, but the specific part is going to be, we'll call it even and odd functions. Okay. All right, so even and odd. The rule I gave in class, I'm just going to keep it real simple here in our notes, guys, and not take you through a bunch of steps, but give you the rule. So the rule is it's even if f of x equals f negative x. Okay. The rule, if it's odd, is f of x equals negative f of x. Okay. So what does that end up saying? What does that mean? Well, let's do an example problem. Okay, the key note here, okay, is you plug negative x into x. Okay. Okay, so let's do an example here. Here's our first example. Sorry, just this in red here. This is the number one, the way to test if something's even odd. Okay, so our first example, f of x equals 5x squared minus 4x cubed plus, oops, I'm sorry, that's a 4x squared plus 2. Okay, so we're just going to follow a rule. We're going to plug in -2 or negative x into x. So everywhere I see an x, I'm literally just going to put a negative x in there. It's 4 times x squared plus 2. Okay, and let's see, we get negative x squared. So negative x times negative x gives us a 5x squared. Oh, that was to the fourth. No, whoops, I kept them both squared. That's fine for this example. Okay, minus 4x squared. Again, sign doesn't change. Okay, so we see that f of negative x is actually, now watch this, this equation under blue is the exact same as this equation up here under blue, which tells us f of x is the exact same as f minus x, right? F of negative x. You see how those match? Okay, so for even, then we know that function's even. Okay, because what is even? F of x equals f of negative x. Okay, the other way that some students like to look at it is the sign. So +5, +5, -4, -4, +2, +2. Okay, so all signs are the same. That's another way to kind of think about it or look at it. Okay, so then let's look at an odd function. Okay, so an example for an odd function might be f of x equals 5x to the 5th minus 4x cubed plus 2x. Okay, we plug in a negative x. We equal 5 times negative x to the 5th. I'm going to just write those in a second. The 3rd plus 2. Okay, plug in negative x anywhere we have an x. All right, now let's see what happens when we work this out. Equals 5, well, negative x to the 5th. If you actually want to write that out, if you're ever unsure, just write it all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two become positive. These two make each other positive, and we're left with a negative. So this would be negative x to the 5th. Negative comes out in front of the 5. Negative x to the 3rd. Positive, positive still stays negative, so we'd end up with a positive 4x cubed. Again, how did I get that? I had a negative x cubed times -4. Negative, negative, make positive. Minus 2x. Negative times 2. Okay, so now let's take a look. So in f of x, we had a positive 5. Now in f inverse f, we have a negative 5. In f of x, we had a negative 4x cubed. Now we have a positive 4x cubed. Up here we had a 2x, now we have a negative 2x. So see how every sign flipped? That would be the example of an odd function. Okay, so we could say all signs are flipped. Not that they're all negative and then turn to positive. Okay, sometimes that happens, but in this case we had a positive 5, a negative 4, a positive 2, and they all switch to the opposite sign. That's how we know something's an odd function. Okay, and if it's neither even or odd, there's something in the middle. Only some are flipped and some aren't. Okay, the last thing some students noticed was that for even functions, all the powers are even, and for odd functions, all the powers are odd. And we can just verify that. So our even function had 2, and no x here, so no power. Our odd function had 5, 3, and actually a 1, right? X to nothing is just x to the first. So those are all odd functions, all odd powers, odd, even powers, even. Okay, so there's a quick notes. Okay, so next up, the other thing we did was finding an inverse. Okay, so this finding an inverse, this came under 1.4. Add a second thing in your notes. So to find the inverse, we might have an equation like f of x equals 2x plus 3. Okay. Now, one of the things we've talked a lot about this year is how f of x is really, we used to call that y. Now we call it the function of x, but it's the output, right? F of x is the output, which is what we used to call y. In this case, we're actually going to use our y. Okay, and it would help to write this example down. Okay, so the rule for finding an inverse then is once you have your y in there, you there we go. You just switch your x and y, right? That's what inverses does. It flips our x and y. Okay, and so then we literally now our new equation looks like x equals 2y plus 3. Okay, see how I literally just traded those places? Then the last thing we do is solve for y. Okay, so now we can just get y by itself. So subtract 3, 2y equals x minus 3. Y is being multiplied by 2, so divide by 2. Y equals x minus 3 all over 2. Okay, and that's the answer for the inverse of that first equation up there. All right, I'm going to give you guys one more example. I'd like you to try to find the inverse of g of x equals 7x minus 2. What I'm going to do is just let the video run for about 10 seconds while you do the work, so you can pause it. Actually, 5 seconds here, pause it, and then I'll just put the work up. So pause it here. All right, so there's all the work. We end up with y equals x plus 2 over 7. Okay, now you can in the end replace y to say the g inverse of x, right, is x plus 2 over 7. Okay, so we've just flipped the x's and y's, and we just note that in the notation with g inverse of x. All right, okay, there you go. Hope that helped. Please email me if you have any questions.